Hi everyone, welcome to the #1 Divine Intervention virtual event. This is Iona Meade and I'm your Big Vision and Mission Purposepreneur and founder of the Soul Speakers Academy. If you are new to D.I.V.E Live online, then I have brought together 49 guest experts from all over the world for you, sharing soul-inspired, intuitive business, lifestyle and marketing strategies for purpose-driven business owners, guest experts who I like to call soul speakers. So throughout the 49 days of the Social Summit, I'll bring each of my guests into the Soul Speaker Spotlight for you. And they'll share not only their free gift, but also their soul-inspired strategy for the day. And so hopefully this event will be coming to you in divine timing, with divine energy, and in divine flow. We know that the universe brings us what we need, and sometimes it's not always much fun to do it alone. So that's why you'll have a chance to connect with me and my guests and the other like-minded attendees for the D.I.V.E Social Summit in the Tribe Facebook group if you haven't already. So do grab the link below this interview for today's freebie, and also to come into the D.I.V.E Live online event and continue on the conversation. And if you haven't got the bonus training for the summit, which is called Speaker Soul's Message 101, do grab a hold of that. So we have about 20 minutes today with my very special guest. So I want to introduce you, and Jillian Verdun, and hopefully I've pronounced your name right, Jillian. Have I?
Yes, you have.
Oh, awesome. Great, because I'm struggling with the names, guys. So let me give you
the last name that usually gives people a struggle.
Oh, so it's not just me. Let me give you a warm introduction, Jillian. So Jillian is the profit strategist. She is committed to saving you money and helping you earn more profits to create financial peace. Who wouldn't want that? So stay tuned, guys. She has charisma, a strong work ethic, and is dedicated to her clients. She's a certified Profit First professional QuickBooks Online Pro advisor. So guys, if you do have any questions whatsoever for Jillian today, do leave them below. Again, do continue on the conversation because this is really a hot topic for today. So Jillian, before we dive into your freebie gift and your soul inspired strategy for today, can you share with our audience a little bit more about you and how you've come to do what you're doing in the world today?
Okay. So a little bit about me. I've been in industry for a little over 7 years. I started my journey. My why was when I started growing up. My mom, I love her to death. I saw her live paycheck to paycheck. We didn't want for much. However, I noticed that there are other ways that people can manage their money. And for that reason, I was like, all right, there has to be a better way. So I worked 2 jobs. I was always on the move ever since I was 18. And I was like, you shouldn't have to work this hard to survive day to day, and living paycheck to paycheck was not on my mission. And as I went through my journey, I realized that, hey, I have a passion for helping people and teaching them how to develop their own money strategies in their lifestyles, and found out that it starts with the foundation from home. And how you grew up determines on how you manage your money. And I've noticed this in particular with women entrepreneurs. I worked until I started my company in 2007. And I've been doing that part-time. And then I decided to take the leap of faith because it got to the point where my full-time was taking over a lot of attention away from my clients. So I went ahead and did that, and I decided to shift and say, I'm a different type of numbers person. Yes, I can do your back office, but I hone in on educating and empowering people to transform their relationship, because I can teach you tools and strategies all day long about your money. The problem is, if you don't change your mindset, are your limiting belief, then you're going to stay stuck where you are, and the money's going to come in and go out. And so I had to sit down and personally figure that out for myself.
Oh, thank you so much, Jillian. Guys, if you resonate with that, I know you will, right? So comments below, because it's all of us, right? In the industry,
Yes.
if you've
Yes.
been able to move through those money stories in that mindset, and I hold my hands up to the point of, when I didn't even realize that, as we, as purpose-driven business owners, we believe in the law of attraction, and we say, we're gonna go out there and be in service in the world, and then the money doesn't flow because it's like, well, you don't feel comfortable. And I talk about in my training about aligning your purpose and your profits, right? And I know that it's the biggest thing in our industry that takes people out. And I love that you shared that the time that you were working with your clients felt more aligned than actually staying in that job and doing that full time. You wanted to make that transition. And I'm sure that many of our audience have that same thing. And I call it a soul sucking day job, because mine's over there, right? And you're like, I have to do this to pay the bills, and that paycheck to paycheck, and what I've actually grown up with around me. And I know that this is talked about so much in our industry, but actually applying it and actually just checking in with you really does make a difference, right, Jillian?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Oh, thank you. So if there's somebody, before we share your freebie, and we help people turn that around, if somebody is saying to themselves, well, living to paycheck, this is normal, this is what I've seen, this, is there another way? What would you say to them?
There is always another way. There is always a better way. It's just identifying what that is. And I've learned that you don't have to work as hard for your money and dedicate, because what happens is when you say, I'm going to live paycheck to paycheck, you're applying more stress to you, your family, your peace of mind. You're not sleeping well at night, and it also ultimately impacts your health. And you should be happy in your current situation. And most people are not. They're satisfied or comfortable.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's so beautifully said. And, if we can support you in that, just freeing up that energy. And I like to call it being in the fearless receiving mode.
Yes.
Because there's no benefit in sitting there saying, well, it's not about the money. Okay, we know it's not about the money. It's about the transformation. It's about your purpose and about evolving and living that.
Yes.
If you are somebody who wants to create a full-time business around that, serve more people, then yes, being open to receiving the money. So I don't want to have any comments going, well, it's not about the money, Iona, Jillian. The day, right?
It's about the money.
Yeah, definitely. And so, I am someone who hit my rock bottom. I ended up going through a really messy divorce, not being able to pay my bills. I had my home repossessed. I declared my finances bankrupt. I lived homeless. Trust me, you need the money to be able to build a business. I had to shut down my business 3 times, right? Before I'm able to do what I'm doing now. So I've worked through my money stories, and we still all have them when we move up a level, right, in our business, and we set. And I say in my boot camp, when I open up the Soul Speakers Academy, if you check that out, in the boot camp, it is about the big money goal. And my students will tell you, I'm first and foremost about being in service. Right. I'm okay with having the money, right? Yeah, cool. Jillian, should we share your free gift that you've brought to the summit? Let me introduce that to our folks. Again, I will put the link below. Around this interview, you have full permission to multitask and go and get it. So definitely go and get it. Let us know how you find it and continue on the conversation. And let us know, people say, I have money stories and money blocks. Okay, you've identified that. Let's move on. So Jillian is sharing profit first, and it's a simple system to transform any business from, listen to this, a cash eating monster to a money making machine. Love it. Jillian, do tell us about that. That's fantastic. I love that title.
Thank you. Thank you. This system basically is created for people who are non-accountants and have limiting beliefs around their money. So what that means is if you don't have an accounting degree, you don't need one. The system is solely based off of bank balance accounting, and it is GAAP compliant from an accounting standpoint, but it gets you thinking of money in a different mindset. And it leverages your behaviors that you currently have instead of trying to change your habits. And that's very simple to implement, and 3 easy steps, actually. But the book I really enjoy, and I've seen several people transformation. What happens is once you start implementing it, you actually turn a profit immediately and permanently, because you are now establishing a foundation to better manage your money.
Awesome. Love it. Take notes, guys. And when you go through the freebie, let us know how you find it. So how did this come about? Is this your book and your system, Jillian?
So what I did was I partnered with Mike Michalowicz, who is the author of the book. He did what several entrepreneurs do, start several businesses, and realized that his family still didn't have any money. And he was like, there's something wrong with this. So what he did was he created a system for non-accountants like himself. And then he reached out to accountants, bookkeepers, and coaches across the US and global to find people to get certified in this program to be able to assist people on how to do that. So I am one of the select few firms across the US that have been selected to be certified in Profit First. And so I teach that methodology in my business, and it's something that I've implemented in my own practice.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you so much for clarifying that. So in this system, so I've had a look, and so it's a full ebook, right? So you go through the chapters, so do check them out. It'll take you more than a day to go through it, but to get started, just even schedule some time to say, I'm going to do this chapter this week or this. Do you know what I mean? Just schedule some time out to do it. Make a start, and see how your energy flows with it. And I'd love to just start at chapter 1. And I know that you talk about taming the beast, about that monster, because that's what it is, right? That sucking thing where your expenses are like on a negative, and debts and all that stuff that really just weighs you down and prevents you from putting the energy where it should be going. And I've been there, so this is really cool. So let us know a little bit about taming the beast.
So taming the beast is getting control of, and actually identifying, it's coming to force that. What is it that you're actually doing that is causing you not to be profitable in your business? It's taking the GAAP formula that says sales minus expenses equal profit. Your profit is always last resort in the eyes of any financial statements. All you have to do is flip it. It says sales minus profit gives you expenses. So I give you a smaller plate to work off of for your expenses. You still have the mentality that you're spending money, but I've allocated you a smaller amount, just like in the fitness industry. You gain control and they tell you to eat 7 small meals a day. Well, you can have everything in portion control. And so that's what we do.
Oh, that's cool. So I know that you talk about when the universe seems to, and if you get this, guys, and this is kind of true for you, you resonate with it. The universe kind of, like, you think, okay, I've got this extra money, and the universe knows, okay, I've got this extra money. Now it's all gone. It's sucked up. So that's that living in that survival trap that you call it. Share with us, if somebody is in that survival trap, what does it look and feel like to them?
What it looks like is If you check your bank balance
Mm.
on a normal basis and say, ooh, I have extra money, it's not extra. If you sit and say, okay, I have to go out and make more money so then I can have more deductions, so then I can take a loss on my tax return. If that's you, that's not true. There are other ways for you to do that.
I'm laughing because it's like it just resonates, and I know for a fact you will be laughing. It's like,
Yes, it is for that person that's ready to actually make that change or that shift and want to take and draw the line in the sand and say, okay, or you don't even bother. And if I ask you, how much money did you make last month? And you say, I don't know, because you're not tracking it and you avoid it. And so this brings awareness to it. And so that's when it's more so taming the beast. It's bringing the awareness to it and then making that change and making that effort to implement this in your business to see if it is beneficial for you. And majority of the time it is, because it's simple to manage. It's not as intimidating as QuickBooks. There's something larger on a larger scale that most people are not that comfortable with.
Yeah, that's true. That's totally true. If you do resonate, guys, just let us know. So you just talked about drawing the line in the sand, and that's kind of the two action steps at the end, just drawing the line in the sand and not actually beating yourself up. And the reason why I'm laughing is because it probably will resonate with so many people, but it's okay to be where you are, you know, not to beat yourself up or take it so seriously. Yes, it's money, it's only money, but managing it and actually having that financial freedom goal, as we say, Jillian, having that peace of mind is so important for you, for your loved ones, for your family, and for your future, for your goals. So I love that. So do go and grab that. Let us know. Continue on that conversation. So Jillian, let's respect everyone's time, because I could sit and talk and laugh with you forever. Because it's just like, oh my gosh, you read our minds, right? So, so let's share the soul inspired strategy for the day. So you're giving us, and each of my guests are bringing to the summit those practical tools, steps, tips, strategies, and all that great stuff. But we have that soul inspired strategy, and what I mean by that is that strategy to help you move and feel your way in your life and your marketing and your business. So do share with us, Jillian. I'd love that.
Okay. What my strategy is basically always remember that if you have no money or the lack of money, that leaves you powerless. God has given each of us a vision, and He is going to require you to give you the tools that you need to complete this vision. With that being said, so He will continue to give you the money. However, if you don't learn how to follow Him and His will and His way on what your purpose is, and you continue to stick with your limiting beliefs around your money management, regardless in the aspects of your business, until you can master that, you're going to be financially stuck. So what you need to do is allow Him to take and guide you to get past your limiting beliefs so you can live financially free. And that is the lifestyle that you desire, because that is what He's wanting you to do. He's giving you that vision to create. So it all starts with your mindset. You have to change the way you think. If you think you're going to be broke, you're going to be broke. If you think you're going to be wealthy, you're going to be wealthy. He put this out there for us to do that.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you. I appreciate that. If it's God, higher power, universe, whatever it is, whatever, you know, that guidance that you follow, it really resonates with me. It really hits home with me, and hopefully you found this into of value, because it's a topic that, you know, sometimes we have it, all those conversations in our head, and it's behind closed doors. So if you're listening on Jillian's featured day, do come over, continue on the conversation, grab a freebie, And if you're listening later, still do come over and let me know how you found this interview. Let me know if you've had those aha moments and you're actually going to just draw the line in the sand and not beat yourself up, but you're ready to move forward. So we're going to wrap up today's interview, and Jillian, I'll ask you if you have anything to add just at the end. But really, guys, if you've been to the summit already and you've heard on interviews that each of my guests are bringing amazing value, and we want you to get those shifts and those insights and those breakthroughs. And sometimes it might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but that's not always a bad thing. We're here to support you in your vision of getting your message out there. That's why we're not asking you to pay for the interview replays and locking down the freebies. They're there for you to have access to. And because we do believe in that transformation, and we don't want to lock you out, but we know that that transformation begins one person at a time, raising that vibration. And that person is you. If you are somebody that wants to earn in your business, earning means providing a service online or offline to your ideal clients, which is that profiting, you know, turning your business into that cash machine instead of that monster, right? So you know, with that said, I'm sharing with you in my bonus training for the summit my Speak Your Soul's Message 101 to help you get your message out there. If you want to do what we're doing, getting featured on Hangouts, virtual events, summits, radio, and get your message out there in front of more people so you can have that profit in your business, then do come into the summit. And if you love what Jillian is sharing, which I'm sure that you will, each of my guests, including Jillian, are sharing and contributing to my Uber giveaway. So if you love this, come into the summit, have a look at each of my guests' area of expertise. And if you need a lot or a little bit of help in whatever area, then we are here to support you, because there's nothing worse than actually having that business and having that vision and not being able to fund it. So when you're not able to fund it, as Jillian said, that, you know, other areas of your life are out of balance. And that's why, and it seems like chaos because I've been there. And so that's why I've brought together guest experts to cover your lifestyle, your marketing, and your business. So Jillian, do you have anything else to add before we wrap up and hop off today?
Yes, the only thing I would like to add is a lot of people feel that they're alone and they're the only one that's going through this. And I want people to know that they are not alone, and there are several people who are going through the same thing you're going through and don't have the courage to step forward and make that change. So you should be that one and lead and not follow and make that change today.
Oh, I just got goosebumps. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a beautiful note to end on. Guys, exactly. You know, you heard it here first. It's sent with love and it's sent with experience as we learn. And, you know, we're not at the top of our game necessarily all of the time. And we have those off days, setting those foundations and setting your big money goal. I'd love to support you in that, and Jillian would too. So I look forward to seeing you in a next interview where I bring another soul speaker into the Soul Speaker Spotlight for you to share more soul-inspired, intuitive business, lifestyle, and marketing strategies for purpose-driven business owners. So this is Iona Meade signing off, saying I'll see you over at www.D.I.V.E Live Online. Take care, guys.